Max, not my real name, it's John. But my name is Matt Grosscup. I'm a 4-year sixth former at Millbrook, and in the fall of my 5th form year, I was in the Bahamas at the Island School. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Island School, it's a semester-long program based on the southern tip of Eleuthera, which is an island in the Bahamian archipelago. I apologize for my shaky camera skills, and that was a new GoPro. So the Island School is a program designed around a single question. How do we live well in a place? But what does that mean? Like, what does it mean to live well in a place? Chris Maxey, the founder of the Island School, saw 3 essential components that must be fulfilled in order to answer this question. First, an individual must develop a sense of place. One must understand a place and its complexities in order to live well there. Be where your feet are. Be present in that place. So to allow students to open their mind to this concept and not be distracted by the outside world, they take our phones. For 100 days I was without my phone and without internet, and it was kind of amazing because without my phone I was able to fully immerse myself in the idea of understanding the place around me. It cleared my mind and made me aware of the effect that each buzz of my phone has on me. I replaced technology time with exploration time in the forests, beaches, coves, and reefs surrounding the campus. The idea of developing a sense of place culminated when I took part in a 9-day sail trip across the Exuma Sound. We put up the sails in the morning and took them down at night. We were responsible for controlling the boat and communicating with the other students on how to do so. We learned how to use a map and the longitude and latitude lines, and set a course for exactly where we wanted to go, and we would end up exactly where we wanted to go. It was pretty cool. No GPS, just numbers on the map and a compass. When I say we put up the sails in the morning, that might be pushing it a little bit, the word morning, because sometimes it was 2:30 in the morning. And at 2:30 in the morning, it's kind of dark out, so flashlights aren't very good on sailboats, especially a rocky one. So we actually used the stars. I didn't know that celestial navigation actually worked, but it was super cool that I learned how to do that. I probably couldn't do it now, but it was really cool. And when I was using the stars and the constellations and following it to where I wanted to go, I literally never felt more like Moana in my entire life. I wanted to sing How Far I'll Go at the front of the boat so badly, but I had to wait until the morning because people were sleeping. Okay, so the second component. One must model sustainability of individual lifestyles. Sustainability of individual lifestyles in order to impact larger communities. It makes sense, right? A community cannot be sustainable if the members do not support it on an individual level. One of the most important aspects of living sustainably in a community or individually is understanding the systems that affect this goal. I learned this best from the research team I was a member of. Each student at the Island School was a part of a research team, and mine was permaculture. And my research leaders were Joe Plant and Mr. Schmidt. The best way to describe my experience in this research group is interesting, because one day we could be reading a peer-reviewed paper, talking about food security in small island developing states, SIDS, that's what it's called. And then the next day we could be chasing a chicken that got loose on the farm. What I took from this research was the effect that a personal choice can have on the environment. By choosing locally grown food, I am promoting food that has traveled far fewer miles than food grown in another region, thus reducing my carbon footprint. Now I make these conscious choices and encourage others to do so as well. And before the Island School, I was very conscious of another type of waste, single-use plastics, you heard it, especially single-use straws. I know that a bunch of you have heard the whole spiel about plastic straws and how they get stuck in nostrils of sea turtles, but it really affects you on a deeper level when you see a peaceful sea turtle swimming just in front of you, but then to your left and right on the beaches, there are just straws everywhere. Think about this for a second. Only 1 out of every 1,000 sea turtle hatchlings survive to adulthood. A turtle's lifespan is estimated to be 80 plus years. So imagine being a sea turtle and you're one out of 1,000 babies that survive, and you live from hatching the egg, making it to the ocean, and avoiding all the predators, and as an old sea turtle, despite all you've lived through and your slim chance of survival to adulthood, you die because of a small, seemingly insignificant piece of plastic getting lodged in your nose. It's these kind of situations that I believe that you can only truly understand the importance of something when you see it firsthand. And that I was able to do at the island school. Another unique experience I had at the island school was I took part in a 48-hour solo. All I had was a tarp, a small amount of food, my sleeping bag, and my placebook and pen. A placebook is something that each student has at the island school, basically to promote the sense of place aspect of it. Write about the place, write about anything actually, your thoughts, feelings, ideas. So having my placebook was important for me on my solo. Now, don't think that all I did was sit and write all day, because I did much more exciting things. Like, I found hermit crabs and raced them and had a whole tournament for like 3 hours. I didn't actually know, we didn't have watches. I also had a moment where I thought I was one with the sea turtles because I was standing in the water, which I did a lot during the 2 days, and one swam right in front of me. It was super exciting. And also, the most important thing that happened on my solo is that I would sing Adele to the ocean, because as my friends know, no day is complete without Adele. Sorry. Okay. So the main thing that I did on my solo was reflect. Some of it I did in my placebook, and some of it I did mentally or out loud. But I thought about a lot of things. I thought about me as a person, I thought about my friends, and I thought about this school. I thought about how much I loved this school. This is when I fully understood the third part of the Island School's mission: create an intentional community in which members are cognizant of their abilities, limitations, and effect on others. Each member of this community here at Millbrook is connected. Whether it seems like it or not, we all have an effect on each other, both teachers and students. I can see this by the amazing opportunities Millbrook has given me, such as being able to attend the island school, being able to work at a zoo as a high schooler, go to the AZA conference to represent the zoo. But this school and faculty have gone above and beyond to support me in my times of weakness. About 2 years ago, I fell off a horse and broke my 6th thoracic vertebra, and I had to get a spinal fusion from T4 to T8, so like screws and then metal rods and then the bone graft. And I was in the hospital for a total of 5 or 6 days, and I was out of school for a total of 3 weeks. But one day I was in the hospital and I awoke. When I awoke, Mr. Casertano, Mr. Smith, and Miss McRae were at the foot of my bed. I cannot imagine another school where the faculty are so dedicated to an individual student that they go out of their way to visit one in the hospital. To all the students, just know that these are the kind of people that are supporting you each and every day through thick and thin. If you're having a bad day, know that they are there to support you, because other students have had much worse days in the past, and they've been there to support them as well. My choice to go to the island school was not to escape Millbrook. As I said, I love this school. Other of my peers at the island school went because they wanted a break from their old school, but that didn't really resonate with me. I was kind of confused as to why someone would do that. My choice to go away for a semester was based on my desire to understand and learn more about aspects of the natural world that I was more unfamiliar with. There were times when I missed Millbrook, so value your time here. I feel like it was just last year when I was a third former, and it really does go by so quickly, and I know a lot of people say that in their chapel talks, and I don't mean to be cliche, but I really mean it. Like, the amount of people that say that, it should really say something that it's true. Like, it's going to be gone like that, third formers. Just FYI. So, I say develop a sense of place of this school. Go on a hike. Check out the solar field. When you're given the opportunity to go up in the canopy walkway, do it. It's really cool. I cannot emphasize enough the immense healing power of just being in nature and reflecting there. Go find a spot on campus where you can be by yourself and just experience what is happening around you. Maybe bring a notebook to jot down what you're thinking or feeling. But be without your phone for an hour or two. Trust me, you will be all right, because I did it for 100 days and I was fine. Whenever I feel the need to do this, I just take a quick early morning run up to the top of Ski Hill and sit for an hour. There's a nice bench up there. It's nice to watch the sunrise in the spring. I let myself be a part of nature. Also, embrace the values of Millbrook and live sustainably by little actions, such as turning off your lights when you leave a room. And finally, know that this community is tight. There are people rooting for you each and every day. Even if it does not seem like it sometimes, they are. And you have an effect on each and every other person. So please make it a positive one. Thank you.